Stick them in the trunk. Howdy folks, how you today? Me and the wife are getting ready to run around on the Cushman here and scope out the yard because we've been pulling some magic, or not magic, but the giant puffballs the past week. We've ate them a couple times. They basically just peel and eat. You got to cook them up, obviously, but we were just down at the dam and there was a tree down there and we pulled some of this chicken of the woods off. And get your eyes on some of that. That's what the bottom looks like. It's kind of fibrous, but you can see the texture in there if you can. So we're going to clean that and cook it up too, because we like to eat fungus, you know, because I go in the springtime and always morale hunt. So yeah, we're going to go check out a spot over in the yard that we haven't looked, which there's a bunch of caps over there. We're not sure if there's any puffballs over there or not, but we're gonna go over there and look. And then I've got to go out to the flatbed Frank out there and patch up the tank because a neighbor down the road wants to use it to shoot her grandkids for a photo fall shoot. I call it flatbed Frank Senior. And had that hole in the tank when I first got it, and I threw some of that JB Weld, the mixture kind putty up on there, and it did good for a while. But I had about 5 gallons sitting in there and it just started seeping out, so I got something else to try to put on that. It's got like the fiberglass and the resin to help that out, but because I got to get it down there tomorrow, so that'll be fun getting that thing started and running it down there. So we'll go cruise over there and check the things out, and then I'll come back when I'm getting ready to do that. So you know what we say. So we didn't travel far from the porch because it's right there, and we've got 2 sitting right here. They're the puffballs. One's bigger than the other one, obviously, and these things have gotten the size of my head. We've pulled them that big out of the yard. So we're gonna go down that way because there's more, but those are the capped ones. So we'll go check those out real quick. You want me to pull these?
We'll come back.
We'll come back, she says. So the dog with us, he's a rider. Unfortunately, these are all capped ones out here. And here's some more odd ones. They got a fibrous top. Let's pull one real quick. I'll flip it over. Yeah, see that bottom? I don't think these are edible here. We have to do some research and see. But these are completely different out here. And these things get huge like I showed you over there. The way those caps pop out. But that's pretty much all that comes up out here. Those things are just massive. Look at the size of that thing. That's my hand. So that is a big old mushroom. And the bottom of that has gills on it, which I don't think those are edible. Oh, she's bending over. And yeah, just a ton of them out here. And then here's some more of these yellow ones, which I don't know what these are. We'll have to dig into these, which, I don't just pick things and eat them. I'll do the research and make sure that I know what's what. That way I don't croak from eating some fungus. We're gonna cruise down the road here and see if the neighbors got any in their yard, any puffballs or anything like that.
Hey, will you pick one of these that are little so I can see the bottoms?
Well, do you want to see one with a gill?
I want to see one of these.
Why? It's the same thing as those big ones.
It's not the same as those.
Yes, it is. It's just going to blow up. Just hasn't split out yet. See how those are up there? So here we've got the flatbed Frank Senior. He's got a bunch of crap on him. Unfortunately, he's under this walnut tree and they're falling down on him. So I'm gonna have to clean this up to get under here a little bit. But let's get under here and look at this tank here. Right under here, which you probably can't see because the strap lader's in the way. Let's pull that guy real quick and put him down. Right there's the spot that leaks that looks like that tank hit, and somebody had welded that before, and that held good for about 2 months and then just started leaking down. So I'm going to pull that off, clean that up, and put that other one on. Then I got to try to get this thing fired up. This has been on the channel multiple times. I've got a playlist of it, you know, me just going through it, cleaning it up when we purchased it, and then me driving it home. And it's got this sweet air conditioning in here, but I cleaned this seat up because it had that nasty thing, and it's just got this hole right here. But other than that, the seat's really nice. And the way this old truck smells, looks like we got a leak over there somewhere. To check that out and see what's going on and where that's coming from, because well, we don't like that, but it's what it is. So one of these days I might get into this thing. If not, I'll just let it go down the road. You know, somebody else can do something with it, because, well, I don't have time. I'm super busy all the time, and my main focus is making sure my trucks will work, running stuff. And basically picked this up because we liked the way it looked. We liked the color. It's basically yard art, kind of like Betty White, but it's what it is. You know, we both fell in love with the way that it looked, all the patina and stuff on here. So I'll be trying to get this thing going here tomorrow, or maybe even later today. Just love the way this roof is. I'll get some of this crap cleaned off. And I've never washed this thing, to be honest with you. I was going to, but just never did, because it went from up there and I needed to get it back here because I thought the green truck was coming home, and then it didn't come home. But yeah, and I've taken it down the road and we've done a couple shoots with it for pictures and stuff with the wife. So yeah, that's what I gotta be working on here, because then I got to get in a green truck and run some loads, since I had that issue with the old fifth wheel and I didn't get to run. So my days off, I had to work pretty much. So this is what I got here: fuel and storage tank repair kit. And it's got this fiberglass piece in here with this bonding stuff that you got to mix. Let's climb under here real quick and I'll show you. I peeled all this crap off of here, and I'm laying on a towel because don't really feel like laying on my back on this dirty concrete. But here's where we got that's got the weld in it, and I've showed this before, and I think there's a pinhole right in here that was leaking, and that stuff did good. And I had to peel that off, and I just sanded this down, and I can still see a little bit of darkness, so there's probably a little bit of leak coming from here, but nothing major that I think is going to throw this stuff off. It's not like it's spewing out or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that stuff. It says to mix it, then put it on, and take a piece of that fiberglass, cut it and put it over it, and then put that stuff on top of it, and it sets in, I think it says 5 minutes. Let's get out of here now, make sure we don't bonk our head or nothing. I'll read that thing real quick for y'all. Mixing squeeze part, blah blah, cut through epoxy, sets in 5 minutes and cures in 4 hours. Possible test liquid affected before completely filling tank. So what I'll do is I'll put that on, cut the fiberglass, put it on, put more over it, and then just let it sit. I'm not going to put any fuel in this tank until tomorrow, because I don't need to move this thing until tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'll come out and put some fuel in it, try to start it, because I'm gonna have to jump it with the brown truck, because there's something going on with battery stays somewhat charged. Actually, I might pull the battery and throw it on a charge overnight. That way it's got a full juice, so I don't have to sit there and try to jump it, which I've got, I think, a crescent in there to pull that battery out. I don't know, I'll have to check. Some things I don't know what I do when I do things. I just don't know. But yeah, hopefully this will work, and I can get her moved down the road so she can take her photo shoot. We can move it, and we don't have to worry about this tank leaking out and fuel all over the place for when we have the burn barrel going, because we don't want to go kaboom out here. Well, folks, that stuff's set up quicker in 5 minutes. I mixed that pouch, I threw it on there, I went and grabbed the fiberglass, cut a piece, and went to grab that stuff to put it over it, and that stuff was setting up and got hard on me quick. Not pretty by any means, but hopefully that'll do the trick. Hopefully. I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I go to dump fuel in it. I will be extremely upset if that doesn't do the trick and still leaks. But I pretty much gooped up that spot where it was a little, you know, you could see where the weld was at in that crease in there. So I pretty much gooped that up as much as I could, then grabbed that fiberglass piece and threw it on there and shake out the old towel. Threw it on there and you know, started putting that other stuff on, but it was just forming so quick and setting that it was hard to do. It started clumping up on me and whatnot, but I smoothed it out the best I could, and hopefully that fiberglass was moving a little bit, but hopefully it didn't move too much to where it would, you know, peel away from there. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we go and dump fuel in there and try to get this thing fired up. So until then, I'll pull this battery and go throw it on a charger, and tomorrow when I come back and do this, I'll bring you back and we'll see what's going on. So we'll see ya. Well, folks, this thing's been setting up all night. It feels kind of stiff, so I think it should be okay. So I'm gonna jump in, and I just pulled the battery from the charger, and well, I just woke up about an hour ago. Obviously, as you can see from that rooster tail I got sticking out. I'll throw the battery in. It's been on the charger all night, and see if I can get this thing to crank over and what's going on. I'm thinking there's going to be enough gas in there to be able to fire it up, because when I first got this thing, that hole was in that tank and I fired it up. So there should be enough in there, but I got the old gas can out here with this drainolator that I can just hook up right here and dump in there once I do get it fired up. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we can get it fired up once I hook this battery up. I'll bring it back when I start cranking on it. Usually when I crank this thing over, it'll just go like there's something grounding out, and I went through and checked the grounds and stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on. So battery's hooked up. We got lights on the dash. Let's give her a couple pumps here. Come on, baby. Wanna do it? Well, at least it's cranking over. I'm gonna pull the air filter real quick and check out the situation. Dump some gas down in that carburetor and see if I can get her to go. Dump some gas in the carb in the bowl. Got this thing pumping some over. I'll kill it real quick and just dump some in here. Use that thing to throw some in there, because that Lucas fuel treatment, I mean, it's not gonna hurt nothing, because there was just a skosh down in the bottom from when I filled up the tanks. You can never get all that stuff out. So I'll try and crank this thing over one more time and see what happens. Hopefully it'll do what it needs to do. So we will see. Well, there you go. Do that again a couple more times and get this thing running, because, well, it wants to go. So just need some more fuel probably. And I'll keep on dumping stuff in there until I can get her to run properly and be able to run it down there for her. Well, I'm back. It started pouring, so I had to stop what I was doing to you know, let it rain. So everything's wet, and we're gonna see if we can get this thing to fire again, because it's trying, but it just didn't have enough fuel. So I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm gonna dump some more of this gas in there and see if we can't get her to go. So you know, I guess we'll see. Well, it's trying, it's running. It just stalled. It was going there for a minute, and I didn't pump the gas, so I'll dump some more down in there. And I don't know if I've got a leak down here or not. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully I don't, because I don't want one. So I guess keep doing this until it goes, because that's all you can do, right? Oh, come on, baby. Well, folks, after about an hour messing with this thing, it's running. To take this off right here and basically sucked fuel up through it because it just wasn't getting it. This filter right here had a little bit of rust in there from that tank, but it's running, so under its own recognizance. Had to shoot her with some ether a couple times, you know, dump fuel in that carburetor, keep on messing with it. But hey, it's going, so smoking from somewhere down there. Hopefully that'll stop. Not sure what that is. I'll have to get in there and see. But yeah, it's running, so that's what matters, I guess. That exhaust smells good. Smoking like crazy too. So hopefully that'll all stop, but guess we'll see what's going on. I'll let it run here for a while and take it down and park it wherever she wants it, because well, it's running. So get a light and check that out. Well, it was there. Now it's here, so that's where it's going to be for the weekend until I decide to move it, probably next week sometime, because she says she's going to shoot her grandkids, and then she's going to have her niece come down and shoot her senior pictures, a couple senior pictures with the truck. So that's what she wanted, the flatbed right there like that. You know, I don't think that looks too bad at all. Because if you cut off everything else that's around there, like old Betty White, if you can see that, and you know, you're at the right spot, probably get some pretty good views of the old flatbed and Cushman in a way. But yeah, it's a cool prop, that's for sure. It'd be nice to actually have some time to dig into it. I need about a month straight, probably maybe 2 weeks. Definitely gonna look into that carburetor and switch it out, since it's got that old leak in there, because well, it idled fine once I got it running and stuff like that, and then you know, it had some leakage out of there, and I don't really care for that. So that's probably the first thing I'm gonna do. Is I'm probably gonna go order one now, and while I'm doing that, I might order a battery box for green truck, because I still haven't ordered that cover yet. But yeah, there you go, flatbed Frank's photo shoot. So until next time, you know what we say. Hopefully this wasn't boring, and whatever, I guess. Like, share, subscribe, comment, say what you want to. Really don't care. And until the next time, we will see ya.